Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Amelie, for anyone who's joining us for the first time. Today might be a short session. I was just saying before I hit record, I'm recovering from a procedure, so if there's less movement today, then that is why. But welcome, I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that I'm able to be here. And we're just going to begin as we usually do. We're going to get rid of our worries and concerns and put them in this giant worry bowl. So we can go ahead and place our hands across our chest and just begin a gentle bilateral tapping. I also might make some mistakes with my words. A little bit foggy in my mind. So as we do this, just bring to the forefront of your mind anything that might be worrying you, causing you anxiety, anything that's angering you, anything at all that you don't want to carry for this time that we have together. And as you do this, see if you can express it from your mind and from your body. So you can choose to speak these things aloud. You might shout them. You might say something that you've been wanting to say to someone. Just pretend that they're standing in front of you. Just let it out. You might also just like to imagine these things coming out of you, knowing that you're safe here and sending through this calming signal to the amygdala, that worried part of our brains. You're also welcome to just take a few deep breaths and sigh out anything that's being held in your body and mind. So if you'd like to join me in that, you can take a big breath in through the nose, breathing into your belly. Big audible sigh on the exhale, just letting go. And if that felt good, just repeating those deep breaths in your own time, at your own pace. You might be choosing to gently sway your body, you might be still. This is your time to do what you're feeling called to do, so just follow the calls of your body throughout the session. We might all take a deep breath in together. And as you sigh out that breath, just relax any tension in your lower limbs. Just let go of any tension held in your legs, your feet, your thighs. And on the next breath, you can do the same thing, just letting go of any tension that might be in your upper body, in your neck, your shoulders, your arms, your midsection. Just sighing it out, letting go. When you're ready, last few things in the bowl, got 2 seconds. And then we're going to put that out of sight, out of mind. And if you want anything back at the end, you can let me know. Otherwise, it'll fertilise my garden. So now that we've gotten rid of what's at the forefront of our mind, what we're aware of, let's give our subconscious mind permission to release and let go as well. So you can repeat after me, stating out loud, I give my subconscious mind permission to release my worries and fears now. Like we've done in other sessions, we're going to go ahead and place our hands out in front and just imagine, if you can, that whatever your subconscious mind was holding on to, you can place it now in your hands. So if you notice that it was sitting in your stomach, imagine it making its way from your body into your hands or wherever it was, and just imagine the weight of it. Is it really heavy? What's the texture? What's the temperature? Is it cold? Is it hot? What does it feel like? That stuckness, that icky feeling, whatever it might be, it doesn't matter if you can't name it. Once you get a sense of it, I want you to clamp down on that and take it out to the sides or up overhead if you can. We're going to take a deep breath wherever you get to. We're going to throw it at the ground or out the window and say, shoo, and let it go. Just feel the energy shifts out your fingertips. And we're going to do that again 2 more times. So just taking that feeling, placing it in your hands and clamping down. Take it wherever you can, deep breath. Shoo, throw it away, and 1 more time. Pulling it out of your body, out of your mind, wherever it might have been lodged there. Clamping down on it once you feel that weight. And then deep breath. Shoo, and give yourself a shake off. You can jump about if you need to, if you have the energy for it, or you can just do a gentle shake of the wrists, maybe your knees, maybe your shoulders, whatever you're feeling. And we're going to replace that or move our own life force energy through our bodies so that we can clear any stuckness a little further. Now, I'm going to do the brushing version, but you're welcome to do the tapping. We're going to begin on our bellies and move our way up the body the same way, but if you're after something gentle today, then just moving your hands, brushing, imagining that you're brushing the energy through your body, through each part. And of course, you can be doing a tapping version, so going over the same areas and tapping this energy through your body. Either way, just going at your own pace and going down your limbs, getting to your hands, whether you're doing happy seal or just rubbing them together like I am. And then just moving that energy back up the outside of your arm. And if you're tapping, give yourself a big pat on the back for being here today, otherwise just a gentle rubbing of that shoulder. And then over the other side. And just shifting that energy through your body, going down to the hands once again. And then moving your way back up the outside of the arm. Giving yourself a pat or a rub on the back. And then just bringing your attention to your face. And we're going to do just gentle little raindrops down the centre, tuning into that sensation there. Seeing if you can soften your expression just a little. And then slightly further out, down the face. One more row down the edges. And then if you can manage it, making gentle fists with your hands, we're going to tap on the top of the head and down and around. If tapping's too much for you, you might like to just run your hands through your hair instead and do 3 lines of that. If you're tapping, just down around to the back of the neck and then slightly further out and down and around. And then just above the ears and down and around. And then finding your kidneys and giving them either a rub or a tap there before you move your way down the outside of your legs, all the way down to your feet, and then coming back up the inside of your legs. And then just going to sit back and rest your hands back on your lower belly. Just trusting whichever hand wants to go first, whether you need more masculine or feminine energy. Just trust whatever comes. And just closing your eyes down for a moment, taking a few deep breaths at your own pace and your own rhythm, and just checking in with how you're feeling today, with how it feels to be in your body, even if that is painful. Try and not to have any judgment of whatever is coming up for you, whatever is there to feel. Just noticing, maybe also noticing the thoughts that are passing through your mind. Just bearing witness to the types of thoughts you're having. When you feel ready, I want you to see if you can position yourself to be even more comfortable. And so that might be lying down, it might be remaining seated, perhaps grabbing hold of a cushion, nice hug there, or maybe you just want to put your hands in your lap or give yourself a nice tight hug, or that softened version, one hand under one arm, the other across the chest. However you'd like to position yourself, just make sure that you're comfortable. We're just going to do a grounding visualization and being still for quite some time. So get yourself comfortable now. I'll give you a minute. And once you're feeling comfortable where you are, just close your eyes down, and I invite you to begin to relax your body into the furniture. Just allowing yourself to notice the feeling of comfort that comes from the support of whatever surface is beneath you. And perhaps you're also aware of the greater feeling of support that comes from being here, that feeling of support that comes from being part of this healing community. And I invite you now to go ahead and give yourself permission to be exactly where you are and to be exactly who you are right now. And as you take a deep breath, your attention might be drawn towards noticing the sounds that surround you. Or perhaps you choose to focus on the different tones in my voice. Your awareness might settle for a moment on the temperature where you are and how that air feels as it moves through your nostrils, and how it feels as the air travels through your body. Maybe you're becoming attuned to the way your body moves with each breath, that gentle rise and fall of your belly, your chest, and your ribs. And your awareness might be drawn to the sensation of your body beginning to relax. And you might choose to place your focus on the rhythmic beat of your heart. Or perhaps you're choosing to be attentive to the internal sensations within your body, or the feeling of your expression softening, of your facial muscles relaxing. You might be noticing your thoughts coming and going, just allowing them to float through your mind, letting each one go. And simply letting go of everything that isn't comfort and ease. And as you settle deeper into your body and settle deeper into the space where your body sits, just allow yourself to feel a sense of comfort wrap around you, as though you're being hugged by a warm blanket of comfort and ease. Breathing in, I am aware of my in-breath, and breathing out, I am aware of my out-breath. When we experience so much pain or discomfort throughout the course of most days, it doesn't really feel enticing to connect with those sensations in our bodies, and many of us develop coping strategies of distraction, disconnection, and dissociation as a survival mechanism. But unfortunately, the methods we use to survive will never allow us to thrive if we continue to live completely disconnected from the sensations in our bodies. Then we override the signals that our body whispers to us. We don't listen when our body speaks to us. And if we remain in this state of disconnection and disassociation, then often it's only when our body screams at us do we finally listen. And often by this stage, it's too late to properly decipher the messages. The screams of our bodies are so loud and confusing, as though we're being shouted at in an entirely different language. And this may be where you are now. Perhaps you're attempting to interpret those confusing screams from your body, and you may be seeking interpretation externally. You may be on a quest to find someone who can translate what your body is trying to say. But you can teach yourself the language of your body. But you must first listen. We all must spend time with our bodies, listening, feeling, noticing. And it is difficult, I know, to pull ourselves away from the distractions of our world so that we can spend this time quietly with our bodies, reconnecting and listening. And learning this language of our bodies may feel clumsy at first, but with practice, by immersing ourselves in deep connection with our bodies, we eventually arrive at a place of understanding, and we soon learn this language. With practice, we can learn to communicate with our bodies fluently. And so today we practice. We practice the skill of interoception, our awareness of the internal state of our body and mind. We witness and we feel. And in time, as we build upon this skill, this deeper connection with our authentic selves, we become attuned to how our nervous system responds to the world around us. We become more able to move through life listening to the whispers of our body, listening to the whispers of our nervous system, listening to the whispers of our intuition, our gut feelings that help guide us away from things that contribute to our dis-ease and discomfort, and help guide us toward that which heals, towards that which replenishes, and towards that which restores and enriches our lives and our very souls. Unfortunately, our culture has enforced many bad habits, and we here in this community are the canaries in the coal mine, alerting everyone that the way society is living currently is dangerous to the human mind and body. And while society may have forgotten the purpose and value of the canary in the coal mine and stopped listening to us, it does not mean that we stop listening to the worthy messages our bodies tell us. So today we listen, we acknowledge, and we thank our bodies for letting us know that there is a problem in our lives, in our environment, in our relationships, or in our way of being in this world. So just coming into simplicity in this moment, sitting under this wide open mouth of a sky, the same sky that we can all look up to see, breathing in unison on this great mysterious earth, this planet so full of life, slowly orbiting through space. We sit here, warmed by a sun, nourished by the earth, and loved, deeply loved in ways that you're already aware, and perhaps loved in many ways that you're yet to discover. We can allow our awareness to remain open to all of this as we anchor into our body by paying attention to our breath. Breathing in, I am aware of my in-breath, and breathing out, I am aware of my out-breath. We are aware of ourselves in relation to the vastness of the universe, while simultaneously anchoring into a deep connection within ourselves in this present moment. In this way, we allow our entire being to expand and open. Breathing in, I am aware of my in-breath, and breathing out, I am aware of my out-breath. And just like the waves of the sea, vast bodies of water connecting together, flowing together, we each breathe our life through our bodies. We each beat our rhythmic drum as our hearts beat, as our life force moves through each of our bodies. And moving our attention away from our breathing now, I invite you to take one of your hands and place it gently on top of your forehead, acknowledging the great and powerful engine of your mind. The mind that weaves story and meaning, that works tirelessly to solve our perceived problems. It helps us to organise our lives. Our mind which creates both ease and trouble for us. And we thank our minds now. We thank it for the work it tirelessly does with the intention of bringing us peace and harmony and well-being. And although sometimes flawed, we know that it works in effort for our greatest good. I thank you, mind, for all you do. May you rest in thoughts of love, safety, and well-being. May you focus on harmony and trust. May you no longer perceive problems. May you open with curiosity. May you move like water, and may your currents be smooth. I thank you, mind. And we bring our awareness now down to the heart center, and you can place your hand there if you like. And because of the sensitivity of this place, we often forge a hard shield around it to protect it. So let's breathe love into our hearts, letting our heart know that it is safe to open. Breathing in, we send the message to our heart that love is safe, that love is kind. And breathing out, we allow our heart to open just a little more. And breathing in, we send the message to our heart that it is safe to feel. And breathing out, we allow our heart to soften just a little more. And as we breathe deeply into this space, we thank our heart that brings us our feelings. Love would not be felt if it were not for this great engine at our core. I thank you, heart, for your rhythmic beat. I thank you for your courage. I thank you for feeling so deeply. May you continue to send feelings through your rhythmic songs. May I receive the messages you send me. May you lead me towards joy and to the deepest understandings of myself and the world. May you remain open. May you remain as unshielded as possible. I thank you, dear heart. And moving down now toward our belly, our stomach, our gut, letting go of any tension we may be feeling in our diaphragm, in our abdomen, in our breathing. This is the home of our intuition. It's also our foundation and our root, and we often tense and guard this area also because of its sensitivity. So right now, in this great aware state, we ask that the walls of our belly soften, that everything opens, and we breathe more deeply, and we let the diaphragm relax. Dear foundation, dear core, dear intuition, dear womb, dear belly, I thank you. May I listen to you when you are tense and afraid. May I follow the calls to soften. May we move in harmony with one another. May you feel safe. May you feel empowered to speak, knowing that I will listen. And may you guide me in knowing when it is time to rest and care for the foundation of me through breath, through movement, or through quiet contemplation. And now I invite you once again to return to the breath, that quiet companion that exists wherever we go, that life-giving friend that finds its home in each of us. Breathing in, I am aware of my in-breath. And breathing out, I am aware of my out-breath. I invite you now to place your hands on any part of your body that is calling to you. Any part of your being that requires a little more love and attention in this quiet moment. And as you settle your hands onto that place and focus your love and attention towards this space within you, I invite you to thank your body for something it has been doing for a long, long time. So you can repeat after me, either silently or out loud. I thank you, body, for holding all of my trauma until I was ready to process it. If you are feeling a wave of emotion in this moment, simply allow it to move through you without resistance. If there are tears to cry, then allow yourself to cry and release those tears. Don't hold them back. You are safe here to feel anything that is rising up within you. And you are safe here to express from your body anything that is asking to be freed. If there are any sounds you feel called to make, go ahead and make those sounds. Any movements you feel called to make, follow the call and move in any way you please. I invite you again to repeat after me, either silently or out loud. I thank you, body, for holding all of my trauma until I was ready to process it. And focusing again on the breath as we sit with the sensations that have arisen in the body and in the mind. Breathing in, I am aware of my in-breath, and breathing out, I am aware of my out-breath. In-breath, out-breath. And as we anchor into the deepest parts of ourselves by focusing on our breath, we return our awareness back to the simplicity that can exist in this moment if we choose to focus there. Sitting under this wide open mouth of a sky, the same sky that we can all look up to see, breathing in unison on this great mysterious earth, this planet so full of life, slowly orbiting through space. We sit here warmed by a sun and nourished by the earth and loved, deeply loved in ways that you're already aware, and perhaps loved in many ways that you're yet to discover. We are aware of what is within us, whilst remaining aware of the great wide expanse around us. Aware of our own energy, and aware that there exists many different energies in the world around us. And as we sit in this awareness, really acknowledging the felt presence here as we gather together, as we hold space for ourselves and hold space for one another in this vast and mysterious universe. Here we witness and are simultaneously witnessed in the experience of our humanness. Breathing in, I am aware of my in-breath, and breathing out, I am aware of my out-breath. And just allowing yourself to breathe in the energy of this peaceful moment, resting in this quiet, resting in this presence together. As we breathe in, we connect deeper with our mind. And as we exhale, we release from our mind those thoughts that hold our fears. As we breathe in, we connect deeper with our heart. And as we exhale, we release from our breath the story of our suffering, the incessant voices that remind us of past pain. And as we breathe in, we connect deeper with our gut. And as we breathe out, we release the need to control. We release our attachment to what we believe life should be. And breathing in, I am aware of my in-breath. And breathing out, I am aware of my out-breath. In-breath, And just taking a moment to check in with your whole body now. Noticing once again, without judgment, those sensations that are moving within you. And when you're ready to, I invite you to bring some movement back to your body. Perhaps you might begin by stretching like a cat in the sun, maybe wiggling your fingers and toes. Perhaps a gentle shrug or a roll of the shoulders. Just making any micro adjustments you feel called to make as you reawaken your physical body. And eventually, when you feel ready, you can blink open your eyes and allow the light to reach you once again. And if you're laying down, I invite you to sit your body back up, and you're welcome to remain laying down. We're just going to explore a little bit of fluid movement. So maybe just a very gentle sway of your midsection. So you're a blade of grass or a stalk of bamboo in the wind. And if you feel cold, you can take it a little further to either side. Or perhaps you're wanting to take it forward or back. Maybe making circular motions of rotation with your stomach. You might be feeling called to take one shoulder forward and down, the other one following it. Just really exploring the movement that can be made in your body. If you wish, just bringing your arms into it as well. Taking your time to explore anywhere that your body is telling you it wants to go. You're welcome to stand up as well. You're also welcome to just stretch out your legs, maybe get some movement in those as well. You can follow my movements or you can explore your own. It's totally up to you. And as always, you're welcome to add a release here by humming on each exhale. And that humming helps to stimulate your vagus nerve and actually massages it from the inside. So if you wish, just taking a big breath in, breathing air into your belly. And then hum. I'm not going to hum because my throat's sore. But you go and hum as much as you wish. And you're welcome to continue this humming and this exploration, or you're welcome to bring it back to some stillness now. By all means, you can continue to hum for the rest of the session if you wish. And I invite you to just connect in with any tension that might be in your neck and shoulders. So just finding that tense spot there. I'm sure we all have it. It's where most of us hold our tension. And just explore what it feels like to connect in with that. You might like to shift your head around. If you are, just making sure it's nice and slow and controlled. Just moving wherever you feel called to take that attention, massaging into any tense areas. Just really allowing yourself this time to connect in with your body. And if you wish, you can stay in this area of your neck and shoulders, or you can bring your attention down one arm, just sort of pinching and massaging down this side. Trying to stay present with those sensations there. Perhaps you're noticing how the fabric moves on your skin. Or if you're somewhere warm, maybe you're noticing how your skin feels under your hand. And just coming down to your hand and exploring there. You can massage each of your fingers, or you can do a twisting motion using 2 knuckles of the other hand, twisting down each digit. A nice detoxifying action there. Either way that you're doing it, just exploring all of the surface of your hand, knowing that there's all these amazing reflexology points, these points that connect to the meridians of your body, helping other areas. So you might be noticing sensations happening in your legs as you press onto these areas of your hand. Just exploring anywhere you feel called to massage. If you're prone to headaches, you might like to play around with some pressure there in that fleshy part, just holding for a moment. And if you wish, you can take your attention over to the other arm and just follow that same sequence. Noticing how your muscles feel as you move over each one. And if your mind is wandering, don't berate yourself, just catch it. Notice where it wandered to and bring it back to this present moment and to the sensations in your body, whether they be at the place where you're giving attention or perhaps in other places in your body. And we'll bring our attention, when you're ready, up to our face. We're just going to shift any worrisome energy out of our brow. So just pulling that energy downwards, pinching your eyebrow when you get there and just moving slightly further out each time, taking that worried expression out of our face. And once you reach the edge of your eyebrow, it might feel nice to just paint a soft line on your eyelid and appreciate that beautiful softness there of your skin. Moving slightly up each time as though you're painting that rainbow on your face and pressing a little firmer on your eyebrows and noticing the texture. Moving all the way up your forehead, getting rid of any more of that worrisome expression, tension, moving it off your face. Once you reach your hairline, you might like to come back down to your temples and just explore here. And moving from here down over your cheekbone, finding that joint where your jaw connects and just letting your mouth fall softly open so you can get in there. And it might feel a little tender if, like me, you grind your teeth at night. You just massage in anywhere, relieving that tension, finding those tight spots and just giving them some love. It might feel good to give your whole cheeks a big smoosh, moving them around. And then coming over your cheekbones and up to your nose, exploring the bridge of your nose or down around either side, onto your upper lip, down and around onto your chin, taking it from there all the way up your jawline. Again, you might notice some tenderness there. Taking it up to explore your ears. Again, like with the hands, all those reflexology points that are there, really good to touch. So just exploring all of those little crevices of your ears, unless it doesn't feel good for you, and then just explore somewhere else. You might like to explore in front and behind your ears, And then just bringing your attention down either side of your neck, just gently massaging, calming that vagus nerve. And we'll take our attention up into our hair or our skull and just massage all of the surface there. Maybe little circles, maybe in lines, whatever feels good. And just noticing those sensations there. I always notice different sensations in my legs when I massage into my head. So just notice what you notice. And once you've messed up your hair, bring your attention down. We're going to massage just above our collarbone into that fleshy part there and open up our lymphatic system for the day. We'll just rub back and forth here about 10 times. Then we're going to tap on the same area 10 times. And then on the other side, just above the collarbone again. And tapping. We'll come back up to just underneath our jaw. It might feel tender if you've got like swollen glands there, but just rubbing down gently 10 times over. And then tapping. And on the other side. And then just making gentle fists with your hands. We're going to take them downwards on our chest, back and forth from the centre, right out to the sides. So what we're doing here is helping our lymphatic system to detox for our bodies. So our natural detoxification method. Sometimes it gets a bit blocked up, so it's good to do this each day. We'll tap on this area. And then just underneath your underarm, another spot where it gets blocked. Just massage in here. And punching under there or tapping, whichever feels good. And then onto the other side. And then just underneath your breasts or pecs, just alternating that top hand back and forth 10 times over. And my favourite one always looks real sus. In the crease of your groin, just using your thumbs in a down and out motion. Just going to rub here 10 times. And then tap on that area. And then underneath your knees for the final one. And just coming back to a seated position. Now, like I said, I'm not feeling my best today, still recovering, so we might just finish up now. But before we do, just taking a moment to close our eyes down. Perhaps you'd like to bring your hands onto your belly and just have another little check-in with how you're feeling. Noticing the sensations in your body. Noticing the thoughts that are moving through your mind. Maybe noticing if you're feeling different from when you first joined this session. Maybe you're noticing a little bit of fatigue, and that's okay. That's your nervous system switching from that fight or flight into rest and digest, which is great for your optimal healing. So don't be concerned if you're feeling like you might need a little lie down. It's okay. So I want to thank you for showing up for yourself and doing this practice, and congratulate you on taking action to move forward with your health. So thank you for being here. I'm going to